Good morning, students. Already we have seen 3 units in data mining, and we have seen the introduction about fourth unit, that is what is your clustering, what is clusters algorithms we are having. So now I'm going to explain two algorithms, k-means algorithm and k-medoids algorithm. So before that, you should know what are the algorithms present in clustering. So these are the basic algorithms present in clustering. So first one is partitioning method, second one is hierarchical method, and third one is density based method. Apart from these methods, we are having so many algorithms, but in your syllabus we are having these algorithms. So first one is partitioning method. Under partitioning methods, you are having k-means and k-medoids algorithm, and in hierarchical method you are having breach and chameleon method, and in third density based method you are having dbSCAN and optics. So these are the algorithms we are going to study in your fourth unit. Okay, so in this, first we should know what is cluster. So cluster means it is going to combine some information. See, here we are having one example. If you are taking Amazon, in that Amazon you can see some tabs like clothes, electronics. So under this clothes you will be getting a kids, adults, and in electronics you may get TV, mobile, home appliances, etc. So now which is going to be a cluster? The whole thing is going to be mentioned as one cluster. Within this cluster again I am having two basic cluster. One is clothes and another one is electronic. Under this clothes I am having kids and alerts. Under this electronics I am having TV, mobile and home appliances. So each and every one is going to be a cluster here, right? So what is cluster means? When you are going to group some data with the similar, so you should have the similarities there. So what is the meaning of the similarities here? That similarity will be given under the dependency of cluster. So that is interdependency and intradependency. Already we have seen so many example for this dependencies. So how we can get the dependency? Interdependency and intradependency. Interdependency means you are going to get the dependency between from this cluster to this cluster, or you can get any clusters from here. So here are having 5 basic clusters. So from kids cluster to adult cluster it will be different. From adults to TV it may be different. See, for example, in the adults you will be getting the clothes of your for adults. Here TV is an electronic. So what is the dependency between these two things? This is for about clothes and this is about electronic items. So this is called dependency. So where the dependency is going to be high, within this cluster the dependency will be high, and within these two clusters the dependency will be less. So this is called as your inter and intra dependency. When you are going to get the dependency within TV or within mobile or within home appliances, then it is going to be have the high dependency, which is called as intra. Within the cluster, in the cluster kulla mattum if I am going to check means, then that is called intra. When I am going to compare the dependency from this cluster to this, or from this to this, or you can also compare these two things. So if you are comparing like that, these two clusters comparison is going to be mentioned as interdependency. Within this cluster it is going to be mentioned as intradependency. Clear? So this is the basic about your clustering. Now we are going to see an example for k-means algorithm. So k-means clustering algorithm. In our clustering we are having so many algorithms. In that, first one is going to be a partitioning algorithm. So that partitioning algorithm, the first one is going to be a k-means algorithm. It is very simple algorithm. So since we are having the name as partitioning, here we are going to make the data into partitioning. How we are going to make the partition? So that partition is going to be done in the form of cluster. So how it is done? Let us see. Okay. So now come here. This is an steps given for your clustering algorithm. So this is the basic steps we are having here. First one is take the mean value. Second one, find the nearest number to mean, what you have calculated here, and put it in the cluster. Repeat the steps 1 and 2 until we get the same mean. So this is the steps for the k-means clustering algorithm. So in this, first I am going to take the mean value. Then I will be having a data set. From the data set, I am going to get the difference, that is the nearest number. Then I am going to repeat the steps here. So how it is possible? Let us see. Now see, here is an example problem for k-mean. This is the problem for the given data set. In the data set, yes, you are having 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 20, 25 and 30. So how many datas you are having means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 datas you are having. So from the given data set, find the number of clusters and complexity using k-means algorithm. So in the data set, we need to identify the clusters. So how it can be done? Let us see. So solution, first the data set I have taken here. So the data set S is equal to 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 20, 25 and 30. Okay. So how many number of datas we are having here? We can take it as a n. So n is equal to, you are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So our n value is going to be 9 now. Okay. So number of datas in the data set. Clear all of you? So this is the question. From this data set, now I am going to identify how many clusters I can make here and what is the complexity of this data set. Now we are going to identify. So for this, first we have taken the data set and we have get the number of data objects in your data set. Okay, so it is going to be 9. So now let us start the problem. So how it is going to be solved? See, first now we are going to assume the number of clusters be 2. Okay, you can assume any number of clusters. 3 எடுக்கலாம், 4 எடுக்கலாம், you can get any number of clusters. But the basic number is 2, because while you are going to make a partition, it should have at least 2. So if you are not having 2 means we cannot go for a partition. So that we are going for a number of clusters as 2. The basic value is 2. So the number of cluster number is going to be taken as k here. So k is equal to 2. Okay. So therefore the number of cluster is equal to 2. So this is the first thing that we have to identify, how many number of clusters we are going to make. So the number of cluster is going to be 2 now. Right. So what is your steps actually you are having means, first I have to take the mean value. So take the mean value and then find the nearest number, put it in the cluster. Okay. So that we are going to see. So first I am going to take the mean. So step 1, take mean value. Randomly you can choose any mean value from the given data set. So you are having the data set as நமக்கு இங்க இருக்கு இல்லையா? So data set is 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 20, 25 and 30. So from this I am going to choose 2 mean value. In a first step we are not having mean values here. Clear all of you? In first step we are not having any mean values here, so that we are going to choose the random value here. So the random value mean is chosen as 4 and another one is 12. In the 4 and 12 we have to choose from the data set. நம்மள assume பண்ண கூடாது. So the number which is present in your data set we have to choose, that is 4 and 12. Okay. Now the step 2, find the nearest value for both mean with data set. இப்போ இந்த mean value இருக்கு இல்லையா, mean 1 is 4 and mean 2 is 12. Now I am going to make the difference between these two mean with the data set. Okay. So how to make it?